Hi, Brendan.
Hello,
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. Actually, Brendan, thank you for joining me today. And our aim is to create a crisis prevention plan, which can help you doing anything in challenging moments. Are you comfortable with that?
Yep, I am. Thank you so much for asking.
Okay. So first of all, I want to ask you, we reviewed the confidentiality in the last session. Do you want me to review that confidentiality again?
No, I'm good. I remember all the terms.
Okay, that's good then. So can we start?
Yep, let's go ahead.
Okay. Can I ask how are your day? How was your day today?
It was tiring. I had shift at my place and it was quite busy. So yeah, it was tiring. But all in all, it was good. Thank you for asking. How about you?
That was a good, that pretty usual day. Thank you for
Oh,
asking.
okay.
So, uh, we are starting now from the warning signs of crisis. So, Brendan, when you are you told me like in the last session that you had an heating argument with Sarah when you were overdosed and you have some thoughts of suicide. So, I'm gonna talk about that today. Are you comfortable with that?
Yeah, I am.
So, Brendan, when you were in a heating argument with Sarah, what were the specific warning signs that you might be escalating?
Well, like I can say, as I mentioned, like my heart was racing and I had that intense pressure at my chest of like I felt its weight over here, and like I started withdrawing, and sometimes then I get ending up getting a lot of drunk to cope up with that feelings.
Oh, okay. So, those are like the crucial signs of being aware of during the argument. So, what was your thoughts or image that went through your mind? So, that could make the situation worse.
Like as I mentioned you, like I had that day I had a long day. So after like when I mentioned her or to do dishes and I shouted at her and I made the things worse even when I left. So I what thoughts were like like I was afraid like she can leave me. That scares me a lot. Like I don't have anyone to talk with, and my like I don't have connections with my parents that much good. So I was like I have only her talk about that scares me a lot. So either I get like little bit defensive or I just try to shut down the conversations with her.
Okay, so what I got is like you started thinking that Sarah is gonna leave you, and you will not having anyone to talk and share your thoughts with. So
Yeah,
you these kind of thoughts at that time.
yeah,
Okay, thank you for sharing that, Brandon. And I'll make sure like we can include this your in your crisis plan.
yeah.
So if you can like describe me like what was the exact situation or like feelings or thoughts, like what was the exact conversation you had with Sarah and how was you feeling?
Um, like, like, uh, I can say. Can you just repeat the question? Pardon me. Sorry.
Yeah, sure. I'm asking as we discussed in the last like session, you
Yeah,
told me you were having an argument with Sarah when you came from work back.
yeah.
So can you describe the thought situations, like what was you thinking or what was you feeling at that time, like in brief if you can?
Yeah, like in the morning when I was about to leave the work, I asked Sarah, can she do dishes for me? And was she as she was like I presumed like she was free for the day, and I asked her for the dishes, and she was like, yeah, she will do during the day. But when I came back and like I mentioned like I had a very long day, it was frustrating for me because of some things, and I had some previous things going on with me, so I was little bit depressed maybe I can say. So when I saw the dishes over there, like what I think is like all of the sudden my I got triggered with that maybe because of the situations going on around me. And what I did, like we had a heated argument. Like I said, like Sarah, like you have to make this much big deal out of that. You can't even do dishes for me. Like you don't even listen to me. Like you don't care about me. So at that time, I was like, yeah, like I don't know. I just lost it proper, like completely, and I just threw some dishes at her, like maybe like I don't remember exactly what I did, like throwing dishes. Maybe I yelled at her very loudly, like which might frighten her too. And then I left suddenly, like banging the door on his face, like on her face, like no, I don't want to talk to her. I just left. And after that I just sat down at the park bench, and then I realized like what I have done, what shit I have made that day. So yeah, this happened.
Thank you for sharing that. So
Mm.
if you like in that moment, like you told me that you walked away from her and like you slammed the door and you went to the park, and
Yeah.
like exactly you did like when you went to the park, or like what was your thoughts that time?
What I did is like I sat on a bench. I had a long breathe after that. Like I tried to recollect myself after that intense situation. I thought like, yeah, shit, what I have done with Sarah. And like I had a long day, she didn't knew about that, and I just took my whole frustration out of her. But she might think about me. I was afraid of like how will she do, like we she'll judge me for this. I was like thinking, but like I was just criticizing myself for that.
Okay, Brandon, if I can ask, like, this kind of situation, like when you were sitting in the park, like, didn't you had any thought about like calling someone and you can like with whom you can have a discussion about the talk about like the situation you had earlier?
Like I don't have many of my friends, so I don't think like I like didn't knew anyone. Like I don't have friends, so I don't thought of. I was less cursing myself of that, so I don't thought of that.
Okay, so like if I can ask, like if you are feeling very low, is there anyone you can call or you can like think about calling someone?
Maybe my one of my work friends or maybe my sister. I can call. Yeah,
Okay, so I also heard from you yeah, that you had a friend like called Jeff from,
yeah.
yeah. So are you like still in contact with him?
Sometimes we talk. So yeah, I can probably call him. Yep.
Okay, so I can like include that you're having Jeff, Mike, and your sister in the like calling or your support system that you call when you are having any kind of situation or any kind of difficulty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I
Okay,
will like. Yep.
yes.
Like yep. I can. Like. Yep. I will try to call them and I will try to figure out things with like maybe they can help me with things. Yep. Thank you for reminding me actually.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much. So, like, can I ask you, like, is there any earlier situation when you were like in a crisis or like in an intense mood when you called any of them, or like what was their response, or like what was your experience talking with them?
Like Um, not really. I was experiencing that kind of extreme moods. Like I had extreme moods like this, but I didn't call anyone. Like I don't feel like calling them because I don't want to disrupt anyone out of me. That's why I'm afraid of like telling them what happened, what is going on with me.
Okay, so like if I can ask you, like, if that argument is with anyone else, like expect Sarah, so are you comfortable like talking with Sarah about that? Like, I know you told her that you are having some difficulties and you are having some kind of self-harming thoughts, like,
Yeah, like me and Sarah had like she loves me and I love her. So yeah, we can talk about that.
okay, so I can include her in your support system or like emergency contact.
Yeah,
If you
you should probably because she knows me very well. So I will insist you should include her.
Okay, that's great. Like, I'll make sure like I'm gonna include these four names, which I can tell you, like it's the Mike, Jeff, your sister, and the Sarah.
Yep, sure. Perfect. Sounds perfect for me.
Okay, thank you. So, Brendan, we have covered a lot today. So, this information I'll use in your crisis plan. So, in
Okay.
a moment, we will like review our crisis plan together. So,
Mm-hmm.
assessment like if needed, and I will ask you for the suggestions or like improvement in the plan. So, thank you so much for sharing and like giving me chance to have with you.
Yeah, thank you so much actually for giving your precious time. And like I feel more grounded and I think like I can approach the situations more calmly now. It can work for me.
Yeah, sure, it will. So thank you so much, Brandon, for your time, and we'll like see you in the next one.
Yeah, see you then. Thank you so much for today's session. Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you.